Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Anastasia and here we talk about mindset, wellness, meditation and self-development. And today I prepared for you some spicy, interesting and funny wellness news to discuss. But of course, as always, before we start, please follow me here on YouTube not to miss any videos of mine. Follow me on Instagram where I share more wellness tips, workouts, daily inspiration, my daily life. And of course, grab your snacks, grab your drinks and let's begin. And I want to start today's podcast with news about food. New researchers have found that most plant-based meat alternatives are actually more healthy for the heart than the real meat.
Surprise, motherfucker!
So according to the study that was published in Canadian Journal of Cardiology, plant-based meat has less saturated fat and more fiber per serving than regular meat. Why it's important to understand? Because saturated fat raises bad cholesterol in your body and consequently you can have heart problems. But of course it doesn't mean that you have to stop eating meat right away, because it works only in case plant-based meat is not heavily processed. Because here is the thing, we can divide plant-based meat into two categories, those with whole ingredients and those that are heavily processed with artificial additives, which means that only if plant-based meat is developed for health and it doesn't contain sodium, sugar, unhealthy fats, then only it's going to be better for your heart than regular meat. Of course, you have to understand that there are more studies to be done, but if there is an alternative that will make you healthier, will give you enough daily protein and at the same time will save a lot of animals, I think it's great news. Honestly, it makes me really happy. I can say only good luck to these researchers. I'm waiting for more and hopefully it's going to be true. And we are moving to the next news, which is connected to education. So Mitchell Rutherford was a biology teacher in one of the schools of Arizona, and he started to struggle with his mental health, and that's why he quitted his job. But the interesting thing is why he started to struggle with mental health in the first place. So as he said, it happened because his students would not put their phones away, and they even started to fail his class.
It's phones. It's really just the amount of time they're spending on the phones, the phone addiction, as I've come to call it, is just like, it's totally out of their control.
So according to this teacher, he was trying to talk about phone usage almost every day. He tried even taking classes on nature walks. He tried to teach them some meditation techniques, but nothing worked. And honestly, I think it's very sad news, because this problem happens not only to school students, but to every single human being. Because in the first place, gadgets and social media is supposed to make our life easier, supposed to unite people. But what happened in reality? We started to be addictive, we stopped going outside, stopped talking to people, and instead we are becoming desocialized. And I would love to emphasize on a few major problems that we can see from this situation. First of all, of course, it's school system. Of course, thanks to social media and gadgets, people, not only students, everyone became less focused and less concentrated. And that's why it's super difficult to study. So when it comes to students, there are two options. Either you're taking their phones away while they're entering the class, so no one has it while studying, or school system has to adjust to modern kids and start using tablets and computers in classes. The second problem is that modern kids don't see the value of education, because right now, thanks to social media, kids, they can earn millions of dollars just by dancing on TikTok, so they don't really understand why they need to study, why they need this biology, why they need this chemistry, physics, whatever. But honestly, I don't think that the teacher himself can change something in this situation. Maybe the parents can have some influence, maybe the kid himself will realize it, but this is the sad reality of a modern world. And of course, as we already mentioned, the third problem is concentration, focus, desocializing, and of course, anxiety. I'm telling you, I never saw so much anger and hatred in real life as on social media. When you open comments, it's just such a big disaster. It's really scary, like what the hell is going on to people? I know that everyone has their own traumas, that everyone has their own difficulties and everything, but reflecting, expressing so much shit on other people, it's how traumatized you have to be. I don't know, if you have any ideas how to deal with phone addiction, anxiety and hatred on social media, you can write me in comments. And we are moving to the next news. And our next news needs a bit of prehistory just to understand its beauty. So in 18th-19th centuries, British ships stopped at some island, to load up with fresh water. And those ships would stay at the sea for several years at a time. So of course, because it's 18th-19th century, they had no way to communicate with their loved ones at home. And as the story goes, some clever sailor decided to leave on this island some old wooden whiskey barrel and to use it as post office. So crews and passing ships would drop the letters in this container, and sailors who were visiting the island would go through this box and check if they could deliver any of these mails. And somehow this tradition stuck for already like 200 years, and until now people who are visiting the island, they're dropping their unstamped postcards in this mailbox. Here we come to our news. So here is what happened. The guy from London named Johnny Beardmore or something like this, he decided to go on a long journey 1 year across 7 continents just to deliver 50 postcards from this mailbox. And so far he already delivered 20 postcards to its intended recipients and already traveled 32,000 miles. And why I'm telling you this news in the first place? Because first of all, this Johnny Beardmore dedicated his journey to his father, who died from the motor neuron disease. Unfortunately, there is no cure for this disease, but there are some treatments that can help you to reduce its impact on a person's daily life. And actually some people can live for many years with this condition. Honestly, I don't really like that you need to make something huge, like traveling the whole world to attract attention to some disease, but at the same time, I think it's a very nice gesture. Not only because he attracts a lot of attention to this condition, which can help a lot of people, but I think like the way he's doing it, like delivering these old postcards, is just super sweet, and plus he gets super cool experience by traveling the whole world. And we are moving from London to Japan, because in Japan there is a new law that forces people to laugh at least once in a day. So some small local university in Japan made a research that suggests laughter promotes good health. Also, the study pointed to other research that has established a link between laughter and life enjoyment. So Japanese government did not think for a long time and made the law calling on residents to laugh at least once in a day to better their physical and mental health. Moreover, the law asks business operators to develop a workplace environment that is filled with laughter. So what do you think about this news, guys? Because I think it's pretty cool, I mean, like, work is giving a lot of pressure on everyone. Earning money is a stressful and anxious process, so if this process can be a little bit funnier and more relaxing and easier on people, I think it's nice. And French mayor in a small village in Normandy decided to listen to Japanese government and made his own law. So the thing is that this summer it's been raining a lot in northern and western France, so some people say that they never even experienced the weather like this at this time of the year. So like you're going out, the sky is gray, it's raining all the time, there is no sun, like pretty depressing. So the French mayor made a law saying that rain should be stopped from July till October, and instead the weather should be replaced with bright sunshine. He even talked to some local church workers like priests or whoever to talk to God and to get some help on the weather. As the mayor said himself, he made this law just to make people laugh, to increase their mood a little bit. And as he said later, that people actually, they've been writing him letters and thanking him for this law. It's just funny how different the world is, I mean, like, I'm sitting here right now at home using AC and it's so hot, you cannot even imagine. And I'm not even talking about going out because it's like plus 50 there. It's like sauna, like 5 minutes maximum and you're so wet. And I'm praying on rain every single day, I'm telling you. And at the same time, there are people in some different country, far away from here, complaining that it's raining too much, and they're praying on sunshine. I mean, like, I guess the balance is the key to everything. Well guys, this is it for today. What are your thoughts about today's news? You can write me in comments, I would love to read it. And of course, please like this video and follow me here on YouTube. It will help my channel to grow and I would appreciate it very, very, very much. And as always, don't forget to have a beautiful day and to have balance in life. And I will see you next time.